Very good morning. Welcome to Easy BTech. Today's our topic orthogonal matrices and its applications. What is orthogonal matrix? Orthogonal matrix. Today's our topic is orthogonal matrix. A square matrix. A square matrix A is said to be orthogonal. Is said to be orthogonal if A into A transpose equals to I or A transpose into A equals to I. That is, this meaning is the multiplication of two matrices is equals to identity. That means one is inverse of other. That means here A inverse equals to A transpose. So what is orthogonal matrix? A square matrix capital A is said to be orthogonal if A into A transpose equals to identity, A transpose into A equals to identity. That means the multiplication of two matrices is equals to identity means one matrix is inverse of other. That means A inverse equals to A transpose. Then it is called a orthogonal matrix. Now we have to discuss some of the properties or some of the theorems on this orthogonal matrix. See the theorem. If A and B are orthogonal matrices, if A and B are orthogonal matrix, then the product AB and the product BA are also orthogonal. Okay, see a square matrix A is said to be orthogonal if A into A transpose equals to I or A transpose into A equals to I. This meaning is A inverse is equals to A transpose. That means a transpose of a matrix is equals to inverse of the matrix. Transpose of a matrix is equals to inverse of the matrix. Then it is called a orthogonal matrix. What is this theorem? If A and B are the orthogonal matrices, then the product of AB and BA both are also orthogonal matrices. See the proof. What is our assumption here? Since what is given? A and B are orthogonal. What is the meaning of orthogonal? According to definition, if A and B are orthogonal, then this can be written as A transpose equals to A inverse, and similarly B transpose equals to B inverse. Or according to the definition, we can write A into A transpose equals to I and I equals to A transpose into A. Similarly, B into B transpose equals to I and also B transpose into B. So according to definition, we can write these four equations according to our convenience. Now we have to show that AB is orthogonal. So here we have to show that AB is orthogonal. What is the meaning of AB is orthogonal? AB is orthogonal means according to we have to show these two equations in these two identities. So first I am taking AB whole transpose. AB whole transpose. AB whole transpose, already you know the property. What is the property here? AB whole transpose can be written as B transpose into A transpose. Already we discussed this identity. Now here I am taking now I am taking AB whole transpose into AB. So this can be written as, according to the above property, AB whole transpose can be written as B transpose into A transpose into AB. According to associative property, already you know the associative property means we can change the bracket according to our convenience. So B transpose into A transpose into A into B. So this is called associative property. Associative property. Associative, according to associative property, you can write like this. But A transpose into A, this is equals to identity. This is equals to identity. Why? Because already here we written A into A transpose equals to I. According to this property, we can write I. So therefore, in the next step, we can write here identity property. B transpose into B. Why? Because according to identity property, what is the identity? Identity property means I into any matrix, again you will get the same matrix. I into A equals to A. According to identity property, that's why I into B can be written as B. Therefore, then B transpose into B. B transpose into B already we have here. See, B transpose into B equals to I. This is B transpose into B equals to I. According to this one, we can write here this is equals to I. Finally, what we proved here? Therefore, finally, AB whole transpose into AB. AB whole transpose into AB equals to I. AB whole transpose into A equals to I. So, what is the definition of orthogonal matrix? A transpose into A equals to I. A transpose into A equals to I. A transpose into A equals to I. Then A is called orthogonal. Therefore, here AB whole transpose into AB equals to I. Then we can write AB is orthogonal. AB is orthogonal. So this is our required answer. Okay, now AB whole transpose into AB equals to I. Therefore, AB is an orthogonal matrix. Now we have to prove the BA is orthogonal. So similarly, now we have to prove, or similarly we can prove that BA is orthogonal. BA is orthogonal means BA whole transpose into BA equals to I. Now we have to prove this one. So first I will take BA whole transpose into BA. So that equals to, already you know, BA whole transpose can be written as A transpose into B transpose into BA. Already you know this AB whole transpose equals to B transpose into A transpose. According to that property, BA whole transpose can be written as A transpose into B transpose into BA. Now I will apply the associative property. Associative property means we can change the bracket according to our convenience. So here I am changing the bracket B A transpose into B transpose into B into A. This is called the associative property. Associative property. Associative property means we can change the bracket according to our convenience. So B transpose into B. Here A transpose into, this is I. Why? Because here already you know B transpose into B equals to I. Why? Because B is the orthogonal matrix. Therefore, B transpose into B equals to I. So here now I will apply identity property. Identity property means I into any matrix, again you will get the same matrix A. This is called identity property. Identity property. This is identity property. According to identity property, I into A equals to again A. Again, A transpose into A. A transpose into A means A is orthogonal. A is orthogonal means A transpose into A equals to I. Finally, what we proved here? BA whole transpose into BA, that equals to I. So BA whole transpose into BA equals to I. Therefore, BA is orthogonal. BA is orthogonal. So this is our theorem. Now come to the next theorem. What is the next theorem? So here once again see what we discussed in this theorem. First definition, orthogonal matrix. Orthogonal matrix means A into A transpose equals to I. A into A transpose equals to I, or A transpose into A equals to I, then A is called orthogonal. Now come to the theorem. AB are both orthogonal matrices, then AB and also BA are orthogonal matrices. Here AB are the orthogonal means A transpose equals to A inverse, or A into A transpose equals to I, or A transpose into A equals to I. And B is orthogonal means B transpose equals to B inverse, or B into B transpose equals to I, or B transpose into B equals to I. So now we have to show that AB is orthogonal. AB is orthogonal means we have to prove, that means AB whole transpose into AB equals to I. This is, we have to prove this one. AB whole transpose equal into AB equals to I. We have to prove this one. That's why I am taking this LHS. LHS means take AB whole transpose into BA equals to, AB whole transpose can be written as B transpose into A transpose into AB. Here we can change the bracket. Why? Because associative property is hold in the matrix multiplication. Therefore, B transpose into A transpose into A into B. But A transpose into A equals to I. Why? Because already we have this property. A transpose into A transpose into A equals to I. According to that property, this is equals to I. So identity property means identity matrix into any matrix, again you will get the same matrix. Therefore, B I into B equals to B. Therefore, B transpose into B equals to I according to this property. Why? Because B is orthogonal. Therefore, AB whole transpose into AB equals to I. Therefore, AB is orthogonal. Similarly, we proved BA is orthogonal. Now come to the next theorem. What is the next theorem? Prove that inverse of an orthogonal matrix is orthogonal. Prove that inverse of an orthogonal matrix is orthogonal and its transpose is also orthogonal. See the proof. What we have to prove that here? Inverse of an orthogonal matrix is orthogonal. That means first we have to take an orthogonal matrix. After that we have to prove that its inverse is orthogonal, and also first we have to take one orthogonal matrix and we have to show that transpose of that orthogonal matrix is also orthogonal. First let A be an orthogonal matrix. take or let capital A be an orthogonal matrix. So A is orthogonal matrix. So A is orthogonal matrix means what is the meaning of orthogonal? A into A transpose equals to I, and A transpose into A equals to I. This is the one of the meaning. Or also we can write A transpose of a matrix is equals to its inverse. This is the meaning of orthogonal matrix. Or if it is A is orthogonal matrix, we can write either A into A transpose equals to I, or A transpose into A equals to I. This is the first one. The second one is A transpose equals to A inverse. So this is according to definition. We can use these equations. Now we have to show that inverse of an orthogonal matrix is also orthogonal. Therefore, here I will take A into A transpose. A into A transpose equals to I. Why? Because according to this property, A into A transpose equals to I. According to this property, we can write A into A transpose equals to I. Here, I want to apply inverse on both sides. If you apply inverse on both sides here, what happened? A into A transpose whole inverse equals to here I inverse. So A into A transpose whole inverse can be written as, this can be written as A transpose whole inverse into A inverse, that equals to I inverse means I. Here I am applying which property I applied here. I will write AB whole inverse. AB whole inverse can be written as B inverse into A inverse. According to this property, AB transpose A into A transpose whole inverse can be written as A transpose whole inverse into A inverse, according to this property. And inverse of an identity matrix is itself. Therefore, I inverse equals to I. Here I applied these two formulas. Here. Therefore, but we know one more property. What is that? This A transpose whole inverse can be written as A inverse into whole transpose into A inverse equals to I. Here I applied one more property. What is that? A transpose whole inverse can be written as A inverse into whole transpose. According to this formula, we can write like this. But here clearly observe, here just feel, suppose for example this is some B transpose into B equals to I. B transpose into B equals to I, then B is called orthogonal. Here A inverse whole transpose into A inverse equals to I. Therefore, A inverse is called orthogonal. Just observe, it is the very important. See here, orthogonal. Orthogonal means A into A transpose equals to I, or A transpose into A equals to I. A transpose into A equals to I, then A is called orthogonal. But here A inverse transpose into A inverse equals to I. Therefore, A inverse is orthogonal. Therefore, that implies A inverse is orthogonal. Therefore, A inverse is orthogonal. This is the proof of this one. Okay, once again you can see here what we proved. A inverse whole transpose into A inverse equals to I. Therefore, A inverse is called orthogonal. That means here just feel like this. This is some B or A transpose into A. Just feel like this. A transpose into A equals to I. Therefore, A is called orthogonal. Instead of A, there is A inverse. A inverse transpose into A inverse equals to I. Therefore, A inverse is orthogonal. Now come to the next one. So what is the next one? The transpose of an orthogonal matrix is orthogonal. So now we have to prove that transpose of an orthogonal matrix is orthogonal. First we have to take a transpose. That means now take A transpose into A transpose whole transpose. Just why I consider this one, just listen. Just I am feeling like this. Suppose for example this is some A into A A into A transpose like this. So A transpose into A transpose whole transpose. That means, again I will write clearly here, A transpose into A transpose whole transpose. Now we have to prove this one is equals to identity, then A transpose is called an orthogonal matrix. Therefore here we can write A transpose into A transpose whole transpose equals to A. In the yesterday last class already we discussed this one. That equals to A transpose into A equals to identity. Why? Because here A is orthogonal. A is orthogonal. A is orthogonal means already you know A transpose into A equals to I. So according to this one we can write A transpose into A equals to I. Therefore finally what we proved here, A transpose, that means this is the one matrix, into A transpose whole transpose equals to I. Therefore A transpose is an orthogonal matrix. Yes, this is, here we proved, here A is orthogonal, its transpose, A transpose is also an orthogonal matrix. This is the one of the important proof. Now come to the next theorem. Now come to the next theorem. What is this theorem? If an orthogonal matrix, if, now come to the next theorem. It's also very important theorem for our main examinations. If A is an orthogonal matrix, if A is an orthogonal matrix, then det A, a determinant of A equals to either plus 1 or minus 1. Either plus 1 or minus 1. Okay. See, A is an orthogonal matrix. First we have to take let A is an orthogonal matrix. Suppose A is an orthogonal matrix, then according to definition, if A is an orthogonal matrix, then according to definition, what can we write? A transpose equals to A inverse equals to A transpose, or A into A transpose equals to identity, or A transpose into A equals to identity. A is an orthogonal matrix, then we can use these two equations here. Now we have to show that determinant of an orthogonal matrix is either plus or minus 1. We have to prove that determinant of an orthogonal matrix is equals to plus or minus 1. So now I am taking A into A transpose. Already you know A is orthogonal matrix, therefore A into A transpose equals to I. According to this property. According to this property we can write A into A transpose equals to identity. Therefore here I am applying modulus on det on both sides. Determinant of A into A transpose equals to determinant of I. But already here we know that determinant of an identity matrix is always 1. Therefore this can be written as A into det AB. Here I am applying the one more property. What is that? Det A into B equals to det A into det B. Det A into det B. According to this property, this can be written as det A into det A transpose. That equals to determinant of an identity matrix. Already I told to you this is equals to 1. But here I will apply the one more property. What is that? Determinant of a matrix is equals to determinant of its transpose. Therefore, at the place of A determinant of A transpose, we can write A. Therefore, here you can write det A into det A equals to 1. Det A into det A means det A whole square equals to 1. This square comes to this side, we can write det A equals to plus or minus square root of 1, that equals to square root of 1 is always 1, that equals to plus or minus 1. This is our proof. Okay, that means what we proved here, det of an orthogonal matrix is equals to either plus 1 or minus 1. This is our required proof. Now come to one more example on this orthogonal matrix. Next come to the example. Determine determine the values of A, B, C when capital A equals to a 3 by 3 matrix 0, 2B, C, A, B and minus C and A minus B, C. So this is the given matrix. Determine the values of A, B, C. That means we have to find A, B, C values when the matrix capital A equals to 0, 2B, C, A, B minus C, A minus B, C is orthogonal. That means the given matrix A 0 2B 0 2B C A B minus C A minus B C, the given matrix is orthogonal. Then we have to prove that, then we have to find the values of A B C. So see the solution. What is given in the statement? The given matrix is orthogonal. So solution, the given matrix A is an orthogonal matrix. This is already given. The given matrix A is orthogonal. That means orthogonal means already you know. A into A transpose equals to I or A transpose into A. So A into A transpose equals to I or A transpose into A equals to I. This it will prove it satisfies this property. So now we have to use this property. By using this property, we have to find the values of A, B, C. Now first I will take a given matrix. What are the given matrix? Given matrix capital A equals to 0, 2B, C, A, B minus C and A minus B, C. This is the given matrix. Now first we have to find A transpose. A transpose means already you know we have to interchange all the rows into respective columns. The first row 0, 2B, C. So the first row is 0, 2B, C. So it will be converted into first column 0, 2B, C. The second row A, B minus C. So this is second column A, B minus C. Third row A minus B, C. So A minus B, C. So here the rows converted into corresponding columns, then it is called A transpose. But according to the property, A is the orthogonal matrix. Therefore, it satisfies A into A transpose equals to I. So according to this property, what is that property here? We can use this property or this equation. So what is this equation? A into A transpose equals to identity. So I will write this one such that, yeah, A into A transpose equals to identity. A into A transpose is equals to identity according to that property. A means already you know the given matrix A is 0, 2B, C and A, B minus C and A minus B, C. This is the matrix A into matrix A transpose. What is the A transpose? 0, 0, A and 2B, B minus B, C minus C, C. This is A into A transpose, that equals to identity. Identity means 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This is the identity matrix A. This is the matrix A. This is the A transpose. This is the identity matrix. If you multiply A into A transpose, that means we have to multiply these two matrices. These two matrices means first we have to multiply this first row into this first column. Okay, multiply the corresponding elements in the first row into corresponding elements in the first column. If you multiply this one 0 into 0 0 plus 2b into 2b, 2 2s are 4, b into b, b square, 4b square, C into C plus C into C square plus C square. This is the first element. Now come to the multiply the first row into second column. First row into second column, 0 into A, 0 plus 2B into B, 2B square, and C into minus C, minus C square. Now similarly, multiply the first row into last column, 0 into A, 0, and 2B into minus B, minus 2B square, minus 2B square, C into C plus C square. This is the first row element. Similarly, you will come to the next one. The next one is second row into first column. A into 0, 0 plus B into 2B, B into 2B, 2B square, and minus C into plus C, minus C square. Now come to the next one. Second row into second column. A into A square plus B into B, B square plus minus C into minus C, minus C into minus C plus C square. Now come to the second row into last column. A into A square, and B into minus B, minus B square, and minus C into plus C, minus C into plus C, minus C square. Now come to the last row into first column. Last row into first column. A into 0, 0, minus B into minus B into plus 2B. So minus 2B square, and C into C plus C square. Now come to the last row into second column. A into A square, minus B into plus B, minus B square, and C into minus C, minus C square. Now last row and last column. A into A square, minus B into minus B plus B square, plus C into plus C plus C square. This is the multiplication of A into A transpose. That equals to identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. This is the identity matrix. So now we have to compare. Now we have to compare the first element equals to first element in this first matrix equals to first element in the second left side matrix. That means the corresponding elements are equal. The corresponding elements are equal means here this value is equals to this value is equals to this value, and similarly this value is equals to 0, and in the same way here this third value is equals to this third element. That means the corresponding elements are equal. Why? Because these two matrices are equal. Equality is between these two matrices. Therefore, the corresponding elements are equal. Similarly, suppose for example, this matrix, this element is equals to this element only. That means the corresponding elements are equal. Now I am equating this 2b square minus c. 2b square minus c square. 2b square minus c square. This element is equals to 0. I will write that one such that all of you clearly understand. 2b square minus c square. This element is equals to here 0. Therefore, I will write here 2b square minus c square equals to 0. Equals to 0. From this one, what can I write? From this one, what can I write? Here I will write here I am writing I am taking 2b square minus c square equals to 0. Then this can be written as 2b square equals to c square. That means then we can write the square comes to this side plus or minus root 2b square equals to c. Therefore square and root cancel, then this can be written as root 2 plus or minus root 2 into square and root cancel, then you will get b equals to c. Similarly, you can see in the previous page, what is that? A square minus b square minus c square. This a square minus b square minus c square is equals to 0. So here I will write a square minus b square minus c square equals to 0. Okay. Here next time I will write in the next line b square a square minus b square minus c square equals to 0. From this one we can write a square equals to b square plus c square. But already you know the c square value. C square equals to, you can see clearly here. Here the c square equals to 2b square. Therefore, here at the place of c square we can write, that implies a square equals to b square plus c square. At the place of c square we can write 2b square. Then this is equals to a square equals to 3b square. This square comes to that side. This square comes to that side. What happened? A equals to square root of 3b square. Here the square and root cancel. Finally you will get a equals to root 3 into b. Root 3 into b. Now I will show the one more time. Here see the first element. You can see the first element. What are the first elements? 4b square plus c square equals to 1. 4b square plus c square, this 1 is equals to 1. Therefore here we can write 4b square plus c square equals to 1. Therefore 4b square plus c square, already you know the value of c square. See this one, c square equals to 2b square. 2b square, c square means 2b square equals to 1. Therefore if you add these two elements you will get 4 plus 2, 6b square equals to c square. Therefore from this one we can calculate 6b square equals to c square. 6b square equals to c square. From this one what can we find? We can find we can understand one more thing. What is that? Sorry, here I written something wrong. I will show you. This is equals to 1, not c square. Yeah, thank you. Yes, see 4b square plus c square equals to 1. That implies 4b square, c square. At the place of c square we can write 2b square equals to 1. Therefore 4 plus 2 equals to 6, b square equals to 1, therefore equals to 1. Therefore b square equals to 1 by 6. That implies b equals to plus or minus square root of 1 by 6. Also this can be written as b equals to plus or minus 1 by square root of 6. This is the b value. From 1, see here already you know, here we proved b equals to plus or minus 1 by square root of 6. But already you know a equals to root 3 into plus or minus. Sorry, here also plus or minus. Here also you know a equals to plus or minus root 3 into b, that equals to plus or minus root 3 into b. Already you calculated the b value. B value is plus or minus 1 by root 6. Root 6 can be written as plus or minus 3 into root 6 can be written as root 3 into root 2. So 3 cancel, finally you will get plus or minus 1 by root 2. This is the a value. Now come to, from this one already you know c equals to, already you calculated c equals to plus or minus root 2 into b. That equals to plus or minus root 2 into b. B value already you know 1 by root 6. Already I told to you plus or minus root 2 into this 1 by root 6 can be written as, this is also plus or minus 1 by root 6. This can be written as root 3 into root 2. Root 2 cancel, finally you will get plus or minus 1 by root 3. Therefore here we calculated a equals to plus or minus 1 by root 2, comma b equals to plus or minus 1 by root 6, and c equals to plus or minus 1 by root 3. These are the a, b, c value. By using the orthogonal property, we proved this, we calculated the values of A, B and C. This is a very important problem. Okay, thank you.